Welcome to episode 40 of Mastering Fortnite Save the World, where I'm going to be completing the Hats Off mission in Ventures Blasted Badlands, the first Ventures that we have in Fortnite Save the World. In order for me to complete this mission, I need to take down opponents that drop a hat in a power level 94 or higher mission in Ventures Blasted Badlands. I need to take down them cowboys and loot their hats, and the problem is not really doing that, it is actually reaching that point in the game. I have been struggling a great deal with Ventures. I have been having so much fun looting traps, using what I picked up, having very few heroes, being slightly underpowered, trying to push through as much as I could, and I'm sharing the process with you guys here. Look at the rewards, unbefreaking-believable, the amount of gold, tickets, experience points. It is, wow, it is a cram session unlike anything else we have had in Fortnite Save the World, being able to just rake in so much loot. I just hit Plankerton, only completed Plankerton Storm Shield Defense 1, and I have more goodies than I will get in months in Fortnite Save the World. But anyway, I have been struggling, and what have I been struggling with? Well, I don't have that many trap schematics, and they are not that good. That is one thing. But the main thing that has been keeping me down in Fortnite Save the World Ventures Blasted Badlands is my account level. I got my weapon research voucher. Put it down there in the comments. What would you guys be using it for? I know exactly what I want to use it for, but I'm very curious to hear what you guys are going to be using your weapon research vouchers for. But what I have been struggling with is my account level, because it is getting so hard for me to farm materials that it is unbefreaking-believable. It takes me forever to bash down trees, rocks, vehicles, all the things that I need in order to build my bases. And when you're playing solo, you generally need larger bases than when you are playing with others, because you don't have as much firepower and you don't really have anything like anyone else to share the resource spending budget with. So it has been a bit of a grind for me to move forward, because I am really starting to suffer from the fact that it is taking forever for me to get resources. Even when I put down my base, I use recycling. I try to be a little bit intelligent about how I use my resources while completing the missions. I reached the point in this episode where I simply had to play with others. There was no way around it. I could be grinding forever, getting my account level up, or I could start playing with others. And the good news is it has been a really great experience to start playing with others in Fortnite Save the World again. I've been seeing a lot of new, cool, fun, and amazing base designs that I just haven't seen because I've been playing alone, and it has been a very long time since I played in a base building meta with my main account. So it has been really cool. A lot of great people. Not that much bad mojo. I've been spending my gold buying out things from the event store, getting gold, Old Glory AC here, one of the core outlanders for DPS teddies, reached 13 days of logging in. Things have been taking time. I've been trying to push through this as fast as possible because I want to get back to Plankerton. I really want to move forward in the game, trying to focus on completing all the games that I could that had an alert on them, because this is more than double up on the Ventures experience points rewards. But I want to see if I can actually complete Ventures with a brand new account that doesn't already have everything, because as you guys know, I already completed on my main account and it was a boring breeze, way too easy. And yeah, so I wanted to try to see if it was even possible on a new account, and things are looking very good. I had quite a few missions where I logged in to see shelters not starting, balloons not being able to land. It is a bit of a default Save the World thing where if you don't have the fail to log profile kind of thing, you are likely to log into a game that won't start. It hasn't been preventing me from playing, winning, moving forward, not at all, but it has been a little bit frustrating that after 3 years of Fortnite Save the World, we can still log into missions that won't start, no opponents, encampments are dormant, fail to lock profile. I know they're probably doing their best to secure a good gameplay and keep our data safe and all that stuff, but it is a little bit strange that we still have these issues after 3 years of playing. Seasonal level increasing every like tiny bits moving forward. I'm getting so many goodies in relation to leveling up schematics, heroes, survivors, and I noticed that when you level up your seasonal level in Fortnite Ventures Blasted Badlands, this is like at least the first season, when you reach a power level that matches up with Twine Peaks or Canny Valley, you can actually level up your heroes and evolve them to more stars than what you have in the base game. So this was a shocker. It was amazing to see that they are providing players with a means to reach the end game in Ventures with heroes, schematics, because if you start playing with traps, for instance, and you want to be using them in a high power level mission, but you only have your schematic evolved to 2 stars or 3 stars, then the materials you will be getting in the game cannot be used for the traps that you can craft. But look at the amount of experience points I'm raking in here for heroes, for survivors. It is simply crazy. If we compare this to what I got in the base game, it is mind-blowing amazing. As with some of my previous missions, I have been having some fails, I've been having some defeats. I have been sometimes a little too optimistic about what I could handle on my own, but I've been trying to push forward to see what can I do. I have my base Kyle as my main builder, then I have Paleo Luna as my main DPS hero, and personally I prefer a dragon / ninja, but Paleo Luna's ability to take 9% of her health and convert that into melee DPS damage is unfreaking believable when you don't have a lot to work with. Been completing every single mission that I could find except tier 2 Atlas missions because I need those for my main progression in Plankerton, so I'm saving those until I have at least completed the 2 squirrel mission in Plankerton so that I don't mix things up together. Some of the missions, such as the Deliver the Bomb that I'm showing here, have been really frustrating to play because I had a load of sploders and they simply like detonated into my bombs. So even though I didn't have any breaches in my actual walls, the detonations damaged the objectives as well, and that is, yeah, I simply couldn't cope with that, handle that as a solo player. I should have been able to take them out further away from the base in order to prevent that from happening, but I mean, it was good times. It was a little bit stressful to have exploders like going off everywhere while trying to keep an objective safe, so it was good times. Oh yes, it was. Eliminate and collect are still like one of the easiest missions for me to do because I deal so much melee damage with Paleo Luna that getting these like 200 husk kills and picking up a few of these data samples is pretty easy. So DPS missions, I'm doing pretty well there. I am like better on survivability than what I was in some of the last videos, but I'm still not quite there yet. Look at this stuff here. 49,000 survivors experience points, getting evolution, caches, getting in gold. I mean, wow. So much stuff going on in Ventures Blasted Badlands. I'm really looking forward to season 2 already. I hope they're going to make some adjustments to the way that they have done Ventures this time around. I hope they're gonna give us more interesting content for a longer period of time instead of just having a handful of missions resulting in a legendary survivor or hero or whatever, and then we're gonna be like a little bit boring classic grind after that, but we will see. I also hope they're gonna be giving us a longer duration on the Ventures season because I have like 10 accounts, 11 with this one, that would be fun to get through Ventures, but I simply cannot do it in such a limited amount of time, and I know that is a bit of a luxury problem, having that many accounts. I started trying to play with my ceiling electric fields. As you can see, they are very low power level, but I wanted to try to see can they do anything, and they actually can. Picking up traps, still going into whatever highest mission that I can, just looting around without completing the mission and then using them in the missions, but now I I tried to use these ceiling electric fields as well, and they were actually dealing a significant amount of damage even though they're only tier 1 unupgraded. I really want to focus on putting my mojo into legendary traps, heroes, survivors only, but perhaps that is something I need to reconsider as well. I have been upgrading in the metal team leader and it's only an epic, so yeah, we will take that once we get there. But as you can see here, I'm in a resupply mission, and this is where I decided I was done trying to solo. I could not complete a resupply mission alone. And I didn't just try once. No, I tried several times. I really tried to use everything that I could. I tried to use explosive weapons to damage down these trees and whatever. But in several missions in a row, I was unable to destroy enough things, to harvest enough things with my pickaxe to complete a resupply mission. I just bought all glory AC. I went in there, upgraded my outlanders to try to see if I have a tougher outlander. Can I then in any way do this? And no, I was unable to complete a resupply mission with the heroes that I had now, and this is due to the account level that I have my upgrades in my harvesting tool. So because I have a relatively low account level, I'm simply unable to harvest enough things in resupply missions to complete it in the 10-minute that we have there. So that was a bit of a bummer because I'm putting everything into it, trying really to focus just on the harvesting. I'm doing my part. For 10 minutes in a row, I'm doing everything that I can, and I cannot even complete a resupply mission. I know that I can do my part. I know that I'm doing more than a fourth. I'm almost doing everything. 70% is what I can do. So knowing that I can almost complete this mission alone, I decided, okay, it was time. Look at this. This was a pretty close one. It was time for me now to start playing with others because I can do my part, but I cannot do everything in every single mission. So it was time for me to open up the public mode and just start playing with others, start having fun with other players where I reached, and just moving forward, try to do the best that I can, try not to be the slacker, try to build, to harvest, to take out, to trap, to do whatever I can to make sure that I'm not a leecher. So that is my main focus from now on. I need to play with others, but I don't want to be leeching. So whenever I see a mission that I can casually complete on my own, I will probably do that also so that I have just time to chillax and have fun. And other times, especially because the map layout is starting to become more and more a map layout where we have a lot of group missions, we don't have a lot of mission variety. So if I am to select from a lot of really hard group missions and high maintenance building missions, 14 days of logging in, then it's gonna take me forever to move forward. Logged in here on my 14th day of logging in for a legendary troll stash llama, and I bashed a few of these. The main thought behind this, because I wanted to save my X-ray tickets for these super people llamas so that I could get mythic leads or have a higher chance of doing that. But if I am to play with others, I need to bring something to the table besides my my good mood and charming personality. So I was hoping that I could find a good trap that I could bring into the mission and say, hey, perhaps I don't have all traps, but at least I can contribute with this. I can place these traps, I can build the base and do something more than just that. And I was pretty lucky to be able to select one of my favorite traps in the game. Wow, I was so lucky. It's not a DPS trap, but I was able to select the floor launcher, and with that I can make a lot of, not completely AFK designs, but I can make a lot of really good bases. And moving forward, I'm going to be coming in, trying to set up the base and place the traps that I want, where I want them, where I know they're going to be working, and hopefully that will allow me to play without feeling like a leecher, just going in there, giving it my best with the best that I have. So yeah, that is a bit of a status update on my progression moving forward, but I know that wasn't really what the main focus of this mission was we need to loot some hats in a power level 94 mission, but as you guys know, I'm including the journey to it so that I have some degree of transparency in regards to why do I have the things that I have on this newly made account. Why is it so freaking amazing? Why is it mastering Fortnite Save the World? And it is mainly right now because we're going Ventures mode, and Ventures is beyond freaking awesome in relation to getting loot. Getting account upgrades, getting like so much mojo. I am of course also going to be raking in all these supercharger things that I cannot really use for anything because I am miles from playing in Twine Peaks, but we are not getting that many, so I want to secure them now so that when we get the next season and the next season and the next season, I'm gonna be able to max something because I want that. I want to go level max with things on my different accounts. So I'm gonna be aiming at, if possible, I don't know how far I can go, but if possible, I want to reach level 50, seasonal level 50 in Ventures, so that I can get everything. Oh yeah, every supercharger. But we are finally there. We are finally at the point where I have unlocked high enough level to be able to get the hats that I want. I mean, crazy, 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 crazy. As you can see here, I have my traps now. I have my traps, so yay me. I can now, look at this, boom, away with ya. Yeah, like that. I absolutely love the floor launchers. They can be used not in a million different ways, but there are some really cool base designs and strategies you can use where these will like buy you time or keep you completely safe depending on how things are looking. But it's still pretty tough to solo. As you can see in the air there, I also have my ceiling electric field still unupgraded, so whoa, crazy, 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 but very nice to finally have some traps that I can place. It is going to allow me to do so much more moving forward. But in order for me to get my hats, I needed to play in a higher level that I just unlocked here along with my hero recruitment voucher. Put it down there in the comments, what heroes are you guys going to be using yours for? What do you recommend I use mine for? I'm thinking about going Mega Base Pile or something, but yeah, we shall see. But as you can see, taking out these cowboys and looting their hats, and that is all there is to this mission. The problem is getting to the point where you can complete it, not as such completing it. So it's a bit of a shame, there really isn't much to it, but it was very nice of them to give us some voice lines so that we had just a little bit more than, hey, pick up these items and move forward. Ideally, we should have had 5 times as many quests with voice lines guiding us through Ventures, but hopefully it's something they're going to be one-upping as we move forward. But anyway, wow! So much stuff going on in Ventures. It has been... I've had some great times with Fortnite Save the World over the years. Survive the Storms and Horde Bash and Frost Night and Endurance modes, and wow, Ventures is not from an endgame player's perspective. It really blows as an endgame player, but when you're playing it on a new account, you really get an awesome experience, especially if you are trying to move forward, push a little bit forward. But yeah, I'm not entirely done, but we're gonna get there. That was what I had to share in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you very much for your comments, thoughts, suggestions, likes. I absolutely love you guys.